Conference format it will be. And for more on that, E.J. Raddick with Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly.
All right, thanks, Brian. Bill, how would you characterize the discussion that took place in the meeting room?
Very businesslike, very professional. Wasn't contentious at all. I thought a lot of clubs made their points known to the board. I think Gary did a great job laying out the two concepts that were being considered and the pros and cons of each, and we proceeded from there. It was it was great.
What do you feel are the pros for this new alignment with the 4 conferences?
I think the problem with making changes to the 6 division, 2 conference format or alignment is it wasn't going to work for everybody. There were going to be some clubs who were disadvantaged by just making changes to the 6 division, 2 conference format. It's not that that format did not serve us well. I think we as a group, including the board, felt like it was a good format, but given the teams and the locations and some of the particular issues teams such as Dallas and Minnesota and Detroit and Columbus and Nashville had, we decided to think outside the box a little bit and approach it a little bit different way. I think there was a very strong consensus at the end of the day that we're making the right step.
The Eastern Conference team, the Eastern Conference teams, there have been a lot of talk that, hey, the travel for them has been beneficial. How did you get them over the hump, so to speak, to make this kind of move, which will be a little bit more of a different schedule for them?
Well, I think it's going to be a little more travel burden for most of the clubs in the league. Actually, the former Central Division, now the conference that's going to be formed with Central Division teams will benefit from a travel perspective. It'll be a little more travel for other teams, but I think again, I think everybody was thinking with the league hat on today, and they thought and weighed the benefits of the current system or the new system, and ultimately decided that the travel burden didn't outweigh the benefits.
Fans at home, they're concerned mostly with schedule and playoffs. Lay out to the fans what exactly this new alignment means.
Well, one of the primary benefits of the new alignment is all fans in all NHL cities will see every other NHL team at least once. So, part of the new matrix will involve a home and away against every team outside your conference, and then all the other games inside your conference. So it's going to be a heavy conference-based schedule. With playoff spots determined on a conference basis, with the top 4 teams making the playoffs, qualifying for the playoffs. The first place team in each conference will play the 4th place team. Second place team will play the 3rd place team, and the winners of those 2 will match up to produce a conference champion. You'll have 4 conference champions who will play for the right to go to the Stanley Cup final.
And Bill, last question. Obviously, the Phoenix Coyotes situation still uncertain, but this format at least provides some flexibility, it seems, if you had to make a move.
Yeah, I think the 4 conference format does provide more flexibility. Obviously, there will be 2 conferences with 8 teams and 2 conferences with 7. If, in fact, we're dealing with a relocation situation, and certainly by no means that's our intention, but if that's the eventuality of where we end up, there's some flexibility to deal with that.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Daly. Appreciate it. We'll send it back to the studio and Brian Duff.